Hey, Gobox here. So, today I'm going to go over my lineup and the best 99 overall lineup you can get in the game. At least in my opinion. You could argue at a few spots it could be different, and they're totally valid arguments. It's opinion-based. The only reason my running back is Le'Veon Bell, because my actual number one running back that I like to use the most is my number 3, so that way I can be 99 in the corner. So, sort of, I guess you could argue it would need to be like a 98 overall to be my perfect team, but let's go through it. Mike Vick at quarterback. Michael, what he likes to go by. Yeah, we all know how powerful he is. He's been powerful all year. I don't know how much more I need to go into detail on the quarterback slot. Obviously, there are a lot that are similar kind of combinations here with the speed and throw power and whatnot. Lamar Jackson type, and really it's personal preference. I like Michael because he's a Steeler and he adds to the Steelers chem if you guys want to look through like him. So I got him at the 27, but of course, I don't actually need him for the Steelers chem. I can go anybody, but if it ain't broke, why fix it? Running back, I like Le'Veon, but he's my main running back. Le'Veon Bell's my third down back, and Ricky Williams is kind of like my somebody's fatigue back. He's also got elite route running on Ricky, so that's why he is there. So LeGarrette Blount is thick. I 100% believe weight factors into collisions between running backs and the defense. So somebody that is so, I think he's like 260 pounds, it definitely makes a difference. So having him be able to run through, and even though his 93 break tackle doesn't look impressive, he does break quite a few tackles, more than you'd expect, and more than I've seen from other guys like Marshawn Lynch, who I can get up there to I think I get him up to 98 break tackle when I use him with the John Madden chem and, when I use it and power run. But otherwise, he broke more than Nick Chubb easily. Nick Chubb broke a few, but it wasn't nearly as well as LeGarrette. Nick Chubb had to get to 99 break tackle, 99 trucking. So LeGarrette Blount is that dude for me. These are my 3 favorite receivers that I've used this year. I got Moss here too. So I only ever have 2 deep route runners on my squad. I could probably fit a third for Jerry. But I only ever have 2 because if I want to beat those heavy man blitzers that you see, you either got to call the deep outrunnings. There's natural routes you can call too, but you can call the corner routes from tight sets to beat man coverage, or you just call crossers in a drag or a slant. But generally that's how I beat those kind of hard man coverage. You see a lot of 52 people running, and I just go for chunk plays when that happens with Megatron. So I sub in Moss for Owens if I'm going against somebody that's heavy man blitzing me, and then Juju is great, and so is Owens because of their run block ability. Now Juju, his only downside is his inability to spin without a couple extra chems. And I don't have him at the spin threshold, which is why you can argue that he isn't the greatest. He's one short of that spin threshold. I could try and figure out a way, maybe go Steelers chem on him, and maybe figure it out through that. Maybe that's something I should look into now that I think about it deeper. Maybe substitute out some of these. Since I have extra zone run on my squad, I could go with my jerseys, switch them over to the Pittsburgh jerseys, and go Steelers classic uniforms and switch them over to running. I think I might do that, actually. Now that I think about that, since I don't need, I'll switch everything over to make my chems correct. Yeah, actually, I didn't even need any of those chems on those jerseys. I'm still at 30 for all of these things. So then upgrade this one over to Steelers rushing. How much do I need for the spin? No. Balanced O. Spin is 8 components, so I need to go to another one. I'll fix it. Actually, I think I can get to 8 right here. Go to balanced. Yeah. Yeah, right? Spin. Nice. I like it. All right, so let's do it. Passo. Balance. Now Juju. We're getting it. Balanced O. Now he's got 88 spins. So now Juju's the perfect receiver. Figured it out. We worked the wonders. And my wide receiver core just got slightly better. So why I like him is because he's basically tight end out there at wide receiver, along with his speed and whatnot, with the extra spin on him. Yes. All right, fun. So, and then I got T.O. at the other number, him at number 2. So I only ever run 2 sets one set that has 2 wide receivers, and that's when I run deuce close. And when I run that set, I sub in Juju for Megatron. So that way I have 2 great run blockers on the outside. And then if I'm in a trips formation, it'll be Megatron, T.O. And if I want the crossers, I'll sub in Moss for T.O. So this is my perfect lineup of wide receivers. Couldn't get any better than these guys if you tried. I could see arguments for running backs for whoever fits you better. I could totally see that. Franco's a goddamn glitch at fullback. He has lead the way, although I've seen some struggles with him on lead the way. with recent halfback whams. I don't know why, but I think just more people have out my way on the tackles, and they had it for months. But his whamming isn't as good as I figured it would be, and I don't know why. I'm a little concerned about that. But Shannon Sharp is my favorite tight end because he can do it all too. If we want to look at Sharp stats, he has lead the way also. Run block at 89, so he's basically an offensive lineman out there just about. Spin move at 84. Well, let me get the spin move. He can't spin is his only downside, but we'll take a look at his stats with his actual stats on it. So 96 speed. He is basically. I put legend passing but if I wanted, I might go with zone run instead of legend passing for the Sharp captain here. That way I could get extra run block. The spin move would go up to 88 also, which is kind of the move to do. I put legend on him just to get to my legend passing up to 30. But now that I think about it, I should refocus that. So I got a lot of changes to make still. So we're still working through that portion of it. My offensive line, you could argue somebody maybe at right tackle, the difference maybe the position hero or the Willie Anderson. But when I look at these guys, maybe Quentin Nelson, you could argue would be upgraded left guard. But here's the thing. I could have 95 overall offensive linemen if they play the exact same. So here's Rick Wagner. But yeah, they still, the issue with offensive linemen is not that they're like getting beaten at their jobs. The issue with offensive linemen is the offensive line AI, and that's something you can't solve with stats. That's just Madden's fuckery that fucks you. So this is my, ideal offensive line and tight end combo. Gronk is my basically high point god. So decent run blockers right here, and then basically when I get to the end zone, I sub in Gronk, and then Megatron or Moss, but mostly Megatron will be my high pointer, him and Gronk, if I'm doing the curls near the end zone. On defense, I hate when the card art doesn't load. That's something I hope they change for next year. It's really annoying. One of those minor annoyances, one of those things you can tell Madden isn't quite a finished product because there's just something that they do. We didn't used to have this problem. 2-3 years ago, why did they fuck this up, right? Why did Madden switch to this menu system if the card art doesn't even load? Like, the reason we get these cards is partially because of how good the card art looks, right? Some people get cards for that purposes besides for what they play on the field. And look at this. Adams doesn't even load. It's terrible. Frustrating. All right, so Shaz is still an absolute goon. I do have over 25 Steelers chem, so he does get +1, but he's at 98 speed. You guys know how powerful Shaz is. Still great. 98 agility. He's basically safety there. Catching at 82. His jumping, I think, is 99. Let me take a look. Yeah, 99 jumping. So basically everything you want out of a player. He's got secure tackle and hot hands. So great user. Lawrence Taylor, still the best card on defense in the game, in my opinion. He just wrecks shit. I don't know why he gets more coverage, even though his stats on Lawrence Taylor are the same as everybody else. Maybe it's because he's so fast off the edge too. 97 speed on him. But there's for some purpose, some way, he just gets more pressure than anybody else I put on the field. Anybody else I even put in his position. He'll get like 3 to 4 sacks a game sometimes. I'm like, how does this even happen? At safety, I love secure tacklers. So I got Ryan out there. Earl Thomas is kind of there. I don't use my free safety 2 at all. But I got Adams and Derwin James. So I put in Derwin for my right outside linebacker. And then I put in for my left outside linebacker when I'm like in a 3-3-5 type situation. I throw in these guys I have stashed in special teams. I put in Bethea because he has secure tackler. And he's got good man coverage. Sean Taylor ends up being my nickel corner in the 3-3-5. Ed Reed is there in case I want to cross man somewhere else. And I don't really use Ed Reed as much anymore. I'll keep Shaz there or Bush. So I'm in a base still at Bengals 4-3. So I don't need 2 middle linebackers, but I have them in case I go to like a 4-3 over under. I'm at 4-3 over a bit when I'm trying to face guys against the run. When I'm facing the run, I basically sub in Sean Taylor for Woodson and Bethea for Blunt. No, Derwin James for Blunt. And so I have secure tackle across the board, so I don't get run on as much, or at least they don't get broken tackles. And then Kevin Green is in my 3-3-5 at the left end, and I put like Bruce Smith at my defensive tackle. Or if I feel like they're running the ball a little bit more against me, I'll put Quinnen Williams at defensive tackle. Otherwise, in the 4-3 over, I move Kevin Green down to left end because he's got better block shed than Peppers. And then like Bush and Shaz. So I don't really take advantage of my Peppers like I should. I really should get better at using Peppers in my scheme because he's 6'7". Near the goal line, I should really kind of just put him in as one of my middle linebackers. Maybe instead of Bush in the goal in the future, put Peppers there and use him. So Bruce Smith and all these cards across the boards are 99s and the important stats like pass rushing stats. Block shed's 98, which is amazing. So he can play defensive tackle, 3-4 defensive end. 86 speed isn't near what you want off the edge because you're mixing a lot of guys like Vaughn. I'll get to my situational rushers here in a second. He's got, 7 more speed, which I think is very important off the edge to chase down those Vicks and whatnot. But basically, the main guy that's going to be chasing him down is Lawrence Taylor. At my cornerback positions, I have someone who I still think Mel Blount's the best corner in the game, just due to the height. And because I have that Steelers chem on him, the 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 97 agility makes that 6'3" into just an unbelievable force. The problem with Mel Blount is that he's still coded by Madden coders, so he'll just dumb out quite frequently, like any corner does, and it makes him look absolutely ridiculous. But the added inches definitely adds to his power level along with his top end stats. But cornerback 3 is Jalen. You can see who I currently have there. I tested out Darrell Green this weekend. He's fine. He got a pick for me. He doesn't really need that many stats, but I got Jalen Ramsey there at nickel. He never really plays there, though. He's kind of, I guess, a hood ornament, not really doing anything, because I got Rod and Mel on the outside who I use. I can use Jalen over Rod. I like Rod slightly better. I feel like he played better for me. I don't know if that's a personal bias being a Steelers fan, but Rod played amazing for me, and has played amazing, and he continues to play amazing for me. So that's why he ended up winning the other spot over Jalen, and like I said, Sean Taylor comes in from a nickel when I'm in nickel packages. So that's kind of how I use it. If we're looking to the subspecialist, if it gets to 3rd and 7 or longer, I have a situational rusher D-line between Curse, Randall, Bosa, and now I have... Sorry, this should be Vaughn. Vaughn is in my situational rusher D-line. I had Vaughn out of the lineup for a long time because I was trying out a pass rusher who I picked up. Maybe it was during this past week. We got a pass rusher position here, didn't we? Anyways, I tried them out around. So Vaughn's back there. So basically, they're fresh situational rushers for 3rd and long, 4th and long situations. Do I see it as glitchy? It doesn't actually feel that glitchy. So situational rusher, it should work better than it does. If I have a D-line rotation, I feel like it should be glitchy, but it isn't that glitchy. I have Dion here as a slot cornerback. That doesn't mean anything though. I sub it out every single time. I could maybe put Jalen here. Dion's basically there. He's the cheap Dion because I don't need... Dion's basically the only kick returner, and really the only reason he's still the kick returner is because I haven't subbed anybody else in there for him. Not exactly... He doesn't do anything in my defense except for kind of sit there, adding chemistry to it. So I need the Legends passing D-chem, so that's why he is there, and there's no reason to take him out. But I got Joe Hayden here at CB5. Generally keep my Steelers chem over 25 because I've had issues keeping enough Steelers in the lineup before. But I could easily take him out. I could put Darrell Green there, which I would do normally. But we'll just leave it as is for now. So this is my perfect squad. My DBs can cross man, secure tackle, do everything you want them to. My linebackers can pass rush. I got enough drop guys for linebacker if I need them. Shaz and Bush. Generally only need 2. Otherwise, I could put Peppers as a user there. But that is currently the offense. Defense, special teams, the 99 overall. We got Lee and Tucker. I know everybody's been clamoring for an Andy Lee gameplay, and everybody's always so hot on the punters. But guess what? Not me. I'm a rebel. I do not care for punting in Madden. I know everybody, it's their kink, but not me. Not this guy. Kickoff starter, Justin Tucker. I think he can pretty reliably hit 60. 62 in a dome, but for some reason they still have people still playing stadiums with wind, and I hate it. I hate the kickoff randomness. The kickoff, sometimes it'll just be a return touchdown. It's like, okay, the block's set up sometimes they shed, and you're like, well, I had very little control over that. Just random blocking and stuff. But anyways, that's why I always try to play in a dome. My specialist here, 3rd down running back, power is Blunt. Slot receiver is Juju. You guys saw this part. And team strategy. Still in Titans O, Bengals deep. As you see. The uniform, John Madden chems. And then visuals where we are in the Steelers uniforms. Because Steelers pride. So there it is. The 99 overall lineup. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. How's yours looking? Like, if you got it, put it on Imager or Mudhead. Link it in the description. I'll take a look. I'll look through them all. I'm not going to... comment or, say like, hey, yours sucks. Mine's way better. But let's all share and open up our teams to each other. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.